Hi, once again, everybody. Welcome in once again to another informative, fun, educational edition of Nevada's #1 political podcast show, Pick Your Politics, and I am so honored to host this show. My name is Dennis Silvers, and please, you're watching it, please like and share, and please subscribe to the show if you do so. We got another great show for you today. We have a very interesting candidate on that I'm sure you're going to enjoy. And you know the purpose of this show is to introduce people to you that you may not know that are running for office, that are either in office and want to retain their seats. And it makes all for a very interesting conversation, finding out what they think should be going on, what they enjoy, what kind of changes they would make, and it's up to you to digest all of this stuff. And again, I keep saying every show, you got to get up off the couch and you got to go vote. Otherwise, it don't mean a damn thing. So we hope you enjoy the show today, and I'm sure you will. We have a gentleman on that may or may not be familiar to you. He is running for the mayor of Henderson, and we got a lot to talk about in Henderson. And I love his business card. That's Adam Price, and you may have caught him or heard him someplace. He's got a number of things that are going on. Thanks for coming on, my man. I really, really appreciate it. Adam, your campaign emphasizes truth, trust, transparency, safety, education, and responsible growth. Now, that's a lot of stuff, and those are all important. Out of those, is there any particular one or two that is more important to you than the others?
Well, I want to say that I think responsible growth is really important. Currently, this city and this council membership and mayor have had a big build mentality. You can see it everywhere you go in Henderson. There's always something being built, and that's great.
I don't mean to interrupt you. Is that why it's become Nevada's second largest city?
Yeah, exactly. And building is great, but we need to be sure that we're building with a forward-looking future.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that we're building, we are putting businesses in Henderson that bring jobs,
Right.
Real jobs, real paying jobs.
Yeah, that is important. After getting elected, what's your very first priority for the city?
So one of my first priorities would have to be to end this ICE contract that we have at our local jail. We are housing about 120 ICE detainees.
Wow.
60 to 65% of them have no criminal background at all.
Wow. Interesting.
It's a contract that's been in place with the city for many, many years, and we were making money from the federal government off of it, but now it's actually costing us money.
It is.
And it's costing the taxpayers money, and I don't think it's something that we should be involved in. I think it's a morality issue, quite frankly.
Yeah. Talk to us about affordability in Henderson, considering everything everywhere else is getting expensive. We were just talking about that earlier as far as the gas and the food and housing, and where do we go from this? I mean, it's getting tough for people.
Yeah, it is a struggle right now. Being mayor, there's obviously only so much I can do.
Well, correct.
But one of my pushes is affordable housing.
Yeah.
So we need to, my generation especially, but even the senior citizens in our community, just living on Social Security, they cannot afford rent.
Yeah, it's
and
tough.
My generation can barely afford rent, if that. And then we're also, we don't have down payments for homes. So one of the things I want to do, my background's in real estate. I sold homes from $300,000 to $6 million. I've
Wow.
represented many celebrities. I've represented athletes. So I'm familiar with what it takes and what a developer can do. And one of the things that we should be doing is waiving closing costs for first-time home buyers so that they don't have to come up with so much money out of pocket to put down on a home. And it can be done. So a question should be asked when they come up to pitch a project is, how are you going to make homes affordable for Henderson residents?
Right. Yeah.
And that question is not being asked right now.
Okay. Needs to be answered, obviously. You've got a 12-point plan for Henderson. Let's talk about a few of the things that you want to approach and get fixed. Let's start with job creation.
So job creation is so important, like I said before.
Really important.
We've got to make sure that when people and businesses are opening, especially smaller businesses, let's say they employ anywhere from 10 to 20 people, maybe we waive their the application cost for them to open a business in the city of Henderson for their first year. One of the other things I'd like to see is we've got a data AI center right now off Warm Springs and Boulder that is Google, and it's blowing through water at hundreds of thousands of gallons of water, and it employs 15 to 20 people.
Oh, really?
So it's taking up a huge amount of resources. A lot of people go, but it's recycled water. But the problem is when water touches something hot, it turns to steam. So that is
Wow.
that is not the kind of Henderson I want to see. I want to see a city that actually is employing people so that they can meet their
absolutely.
everyday costs and needs.
Absolutely. Why union jobs, particularly throughout Henderson?
So,
I know there are advantages to being in the union,
right.
but why?
I come from a union background with my family, and I don't think we'd even have health insurance today if it weren't for my spouse's union job. So unions are so important, and they provide many, many benefits that a normal job that you're not going to get. So we've got to make sure that we are supporting our local unions and getting people involved in unions.
Yeah, unions are important. There's no doubt about it. All right, you mentioned this a little bit as far as home buying and affordability. It's becoming tougher and tougher, and people will move to Southern Nevada, and they go, you know what? I don't want to live in the Las Vegas area, and I want to move to Henderson. I find it beautiful, this and that and the other. But I'm looking at homes and I can't afford it. Mm-hmm. So what do I do?
Yeah,
I
so
don't want to be stuck in an apartment.
right. So 30% of the homes last year purchased in the Las Vegas Valley were purchased by big corporations.
That many.
Owned by
Wow.
BlackRock, owned yet 30% of, and it is, we've got to put a stop to it. We've done
That's
things with,
substantial.
yeah, we've done things with Airbnb to limit the amount of Airbnbs we have and getting permits and stuff like that. So I believe we really can tackle big corporations buying up single family homes, because the American dream is turning into the American nightmare. And it's
Yeah.
becoming more unobtainable every day.
Yeah.
And it's really unfortunate.
Yeah. Let's talk about the homeless crisis. I don't know, to be honest with you, how it compares to the Las Vegas area, but I know that's going on because it's going on all over the country. And you drive around and you see these people, breaks my heart.
Well, I think as we just talked about homes becoming more and more less affordable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, many families are 1, 2, 3 paychecks away from being out on
Yeah.
the streets themselves.
Yeah, you're right.
And so we have in Henderson seen more and more homeless people, and we are the second largest city in the state of Nevada that does not have one homeless shelter. So one of my
Didn't know that.
initiatives,
No kidding.
there's not a homeless
Wow,
shelter.
you hear that?
One of my initiatives is to build Henderson's first homeless shelter, and it's going to have mental health resources. It's going to have substance abuse counselors available.
Right on.
A lot of that can be volunteer based, so it's not costing the city much money. And I think we need to stop. We need to stop criminalizing people for something that they have almost no control over.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point, Adam. You also mentioned police reform.
Right. So I know you're not from Henderson, but we have had
But
quite a
I've driven
few-
through Henderson many times, yes.
Yeah, we've had quite a few issues with our police department, and I think that comes from maybe lack of education on social issues. So I'm proposing bi-monthly that we have licensed educators come in and talk to the police about how to deal with mental health issues,
Okay.
how to deal with, once again, the unhoused.
Great
So
idea.
that we're approaching this from a different angle, an angle of education.
That's a great idea. Do you feel right now you need more police in Henderson?
So we just got done doing training, and they've hired on 90, new police officers if they make it all through training. So I feel like we've got a good amount of police officers. Henderson is the third safest city in the nation. So now I want to keep it that way, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that we have the appropriate amount of police officers for the size.
That's great.
How fast we are growing, I think we're good on
You've
that.
got, if memory serves me correct, and I'm taking a shot at this, correct me obviously if I'm wrong, about 365,000?
It's about 355.
Okay, I was close
320
enough.
Yeah, 320. It was 320 last census, so you adjust for growth, and it's about
Okay.
355.
Yeah, all right. And that's substantial. That's a lot of
355,000
people.
people, yeah.
That's a heck of a lot of people. We covered this a little bit, but I want to get to it again because it's so important for everybody. Job creation.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Well, I think that, like I said, it's promoting our small businesses, because Henderson is made up largely of mostly small businesses, and also we've got Levi Strauss there as well. We've got Ocean
Yeah.
Spray.
Right.
So we do have some really big job creators, and we need more of them. And so when you look at job creation, you've got to look at how we're going to bring in businesses and support the small businesses.
Yeah, you've got to give them incentives,
And
obviously.
I think by cutting some of the red tape, we can do that. Like I said, allowing them, waiving their licensing fees for the first year they open, and actually supporting growth in the community.
Yeah, that is so important. All right, let me switch gears here for a little bit. Tell us about, I don't know if I mentioned the bit, but Adam is the chairman of Henderson's Democratic Party. How did you fall into that, number one? Tell us about that, and what responsibilities does that have for you?
So I have a laundry list of political background. I started my first GSA, Gay Straight Alliance, in Redlands High School. It ended up I opened it at 3 other public schools. It was the largest Gay Straight Alliance in the state of California. I went on then
Really?
to
Wow.
testify in front of state senate, alongside Senator Mark Leno, and passed two big bills in front of California State Senate to promote fair and inclusive education for students in California public schools. And other bills I helped pass. I then went into real estate, and then, things got politically different.
Yeah.
And I decided I'm never going to, shut up and sit down. So I'm going to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
I got involved in the last campaign. I was working with the Harris campaign and helping them out. When the position came about to be the chairman of the Democratic Party, I thought this is something I could do, and I could really make it something. And it's grown. We've got 800 members.
That's a lot.
My job is to work with, obviously, the state Democratic Party and
Right.
make sure that we are getting local Democrats elected into office.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Just a change of pace, though. What do you think about what's happening to Prim? And why do you think that's happening?
Oh, God, yeah. So
Because that affects everybody here in Southern Nevada, not only Henderson, But Las Vegas and other parts?
Well, just the closing of the gas station alone is going to be a problem because
Yeah,
it puts
crazy.
you way out from a gas station. But, Vegas is kind of changing, as you and everybody else can see, and there's this big push right now for luxury casino properties.
Yeah, you're right.
And I really think, as a business person, I've looked a lot at Steve Wynn and the things he's done, and he was a big champion for themed casinos. And I think it's a shame that we've moved away from that, and I think I could be wrong, but I think that you're going to start to see another big push for themed casinos. And unfortunately, Prim was one of those main stopping points for a lot of people to gamble. It made a lot of money. I remember my family talking about going out there in the the 70s and 60s and 80s. So I think hopefully something can be done with that land. I think I have a feeling what they're going to do with it. I've heard rumblings. So we'll have to see.
Well, it's certainly going to be priced right. I could say that.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to come along and buy up these properties and do something with it,
Maybe they could be made into some sort of affordable housing.
that's
What an
I was
idea.
thinking. What
Yeah.
an idea.
Yeah.
That's very good, Adam. That's another good point that Adam Price is making. All right. Let's talk about how important it is to get along with the people that are in community government in Henderson once you are mayor, because it's got to be extremely important. You don't want people pushing against you. You want everybody on your side so you could pass things. How do you do that?
So,
You go, I'm a Republican, you're a Democrat.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear what you got to say.
first of all, it's a nonpartisan race, but obviously,
Right, it is nonpartisan,
obviously
you're
when
right.
you
I
have,
stand corrected.
yeah, but obviously when you have the current mayor going to Carson City and lobbying for Joseph Lombardo on bills, it is partisan. So, there's a lot of drama right now at City Hall, and it needs to stop. It's not a big secret that we've got two council members suing each other. We've got all kinds of stuff going on that it is not conducive to the taxpayers of the city.
No.
And it's got to stop. And the first thing I would do is I would bring them all into my office and say, this is going to stop right now. We've got to work together. I don't care if you're a Republican, Independent, Democrat,
Yeah.
yellow, blue,
Right.
orange, green.
Yeah.
Let's come to the table and let's get along because and let's get some things done because that's also what's lacking in our
Yeah.
government.
And that's what the residents that live there care about.
Right. Yeah.
And you mentioned those two people. Kerry Cox happens to be a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
And we've had breakfast together a number of times. And it's just a shame of what's happening.
It is.
With
It
two
is, and it's-
people involved
It's
in
not
the same
necessary.
position.
I have my
No.
own opinions about it, obviously, but I think that it can be put to a halt pretty quickly.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree
So
with
we've
you.
got three people fighting right now that it just
Yeah.
doesn't need to be. If I tell
Doesn't do
people,
anybody any
If
good.
I wanted to watch Bravo TV, I could go home. I don't need to watch it play out at City Hall. So
I like that. I like that. What is get into office? And I think I asked you about what you would probably want to do first. But what would be the most important thing for you once you're in the mayor's chair? I know there's a lot of issues that you expounded very well here, but what would you really like to see done?
well, I would really like to see as much investment that's gone on to the west side of town, and I'm an Anthem Highlands resident, and I do enjoy building the city up, but I would like to see the east side get some attention because what's happening is we basically have an imbalance. We've got super old infrastructure on one side and super brand new infrastructure on the other. We need to make sure that we are always upgrading everything to where it works for everybody and not just those at the top.
Yeah. So tell everybody to go to Water Street.
Yeah.
That's really become
And
something
Yeah,
else.
and I own a business on Water Street,
Yeah.
and I enjoy watching that. And we've got to definitely put some more money on the east side of town.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's got to get the same shot. What you've got a website, obviously, email. If you want people to help you financially, put in some time, knock on doors with you, whatever, how do they get a hold of you?
So they can visit www.electadamprice.com, and there is a way to get involved with the team. There's a way to donate money. That website, there you can even buy signs and merch. We've got bumper stickers. We've got shirts.
do you? Okay, didn't know that.
We've got a whole merch store, yeah.
I didn't know that.
The
You
one
must
thing
have dropped my shirt on the way in.
I'll bring them next time.
Okay.
One of the things that you'll notice between me and my opponents is our campaign is we're tech driven, and we're younger. You know, I'm a younger candidate, so
Yes, you are.
I bring a little bit more youth to how we're doing things.
Yeah. So you have a different perspective on things. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no,
Interesting.
email us at Gmail, and we have actual email addresses. I think it helps.
That's fine. I like that. I like that. I like that. When you go knocking on doors, and I assume you're doing that fairly regularly, you and your team, what are you hearing from people primarily?
I think a lot of what you voiced, and everyone is just fed up with how unaffordable things are and the drama that's taking place, and people feel that this city is not working for them anymore. And we've got a lot of big money interests in the current mayor's pocket. She's raised money from NV Energy, Southwest Gas, Cox Communication, you name it, they're in her book. I mean, they've donated
Deep pockets.
deep pockets. She's raised over $700,000 to keep her $65,000 a year job. So those are not, that's not free money you're getting. That's
No,
money.
no.
That's money that they want to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
some promises made. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, fortunately enough for me, I'm not accepting money from those kind of people. This is a grassroots movement. We've raised probably now close to about 65,000. So, and I'm spending it all the way to the primaries, getting signs out there, getting lit out there for people to look at and see. So, I'm in this.
Yeah. Are you walking every weekend or during the
We've
weekend?
got people out, and the closer the primaries, the more you're going to see me and everybody else out
Yeah.
there knocking doors and getting stuff done.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, being mayor of a city like that is a huge responsibility. There's a lot of moving parts to it. It ain't easy.
No, it's not.
It ain't easy. And you got to be in for the long haul. You got to be in for the long haul. 4-year term.
Correct.
All right. So you're already thinking about declaring for the next.
Let's see how the first 2 years go. My hair's already getting grayer by the minute.
Not really, no.
Just this campaign alone.
Yeah, it'll do it too. You're going to a lot of events, I'm
Correct.
assuming,
Yeah.
like other candidates. What type of events are you going to? Where can people find you? Where can people see you? Where can people talk with you? Where can people shake your hand? Where can they get ideas from you?
Well, once again, they can visit the website and subscribe, and they get messages from our campaign that basically, shows them where we're going. But we're going to HOAs. We've been going to town halls. We've hosted our own town halls, and we have some more coming up.
Nice.
Everywhere from even I've been going to schools. I've been meeting with teachers. I've been meeting with bus drivers. That work with RTC and stuff like that. I've gone to every city council meeting since I've declared I was running in November. I definitely have looked into doing my job,
Yeah.
which I think some candidates haven't.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to. You got to know what's
Yeah.
going on. You got to be on top of things, folks, to know what's going on and to tackle any problems that come up. So you want to make sure that Henderson stays where it is, kind of on top of the pile. If you're
Yeah.
not going to live in Vegas, Henderson.
Yeah, we want to make sure that Henderson is the place to be, and I will say that we have a fabulous city manager, and she does a very good job. So if, elected, I don't think I would change the city manager.
Yeah.
And, we can build, but we also need to be thinking about not so much, we've got a Ritz-Carlton residence going up
Right.
up in McDonald Ranch area, and that's great and all, but like we need more affordable housing as well.
Yeah.
So, and we need everyday homes for people. So I want to make sure it works for both people, but it also continues to grow at the rate that it has been.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to have it stay stagnant. You want it to grow.
Yeah,
You
we want it to
get
grow.
bigger.
Yeah, grow and work for everyone.
Exactly. Exactly right. Exactly right. All right. Again, if people want to get a hold of you, what's the best way?
www.electadamprice.com.
Okay, pretty simple. Pretty simple. And remember, you could kind of digest, go over again, watch the show again, see what Adam has to say. If you agree with it, great. If you don't, kind of digest it. But the most important thing is you got to get out and vote. And that's what this thing,
And
that's
you
what
gotta,
this thing is all about.
Yeah, you got to get out and vote. And this is, because it's nonpartisan, it needs to be by June 9th, because whoever wins
Right.
50% plus one vote, they don't
Wins
even,
it.
they win it. They don't even go,
Yeah.
there is no
Yeah.
general. So there's no sitting back
Yeah.
and waiting and, we'll
Yeah.
see who the two
It's
are
his
that we
race
can
and all
pick.
the judicial
Yeah.
races, nonpartisan, and so you got to make sure you
The
get out
primary
there.
is
Yeah.
so important.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough.
It's very important. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming on.
absolutely. Thank you, Dennis.
Good information. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. We'd love to have you back. And anything we could help you with, don't hesitate.
Yeah, you've been great. Thank you so much. Thanks for
I
having me.
appreciate. Don't hesitate. I meant to ask you also. Do you have hobbies?
So,
Why are you
do I have
laughing?
time for the hobbies? Yeah. So
Yeah, do
I'm
you have time for hobbies?
Yeah, I love boating. So we have a
Me
we have a
too.
boat and we go out on Lake Mead all the
Oh,
time.
that's
and,
great.
yeah. So I like the outdoors. I
Yeah.
like sun. Summer's my favorite.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. No, that's great. Because you got to recoup.
Yep.
I mean, what you do is tough.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and you got to get back and kind of recharge the batteries.
Yep.
Every
yeah,
once
so
in a while.
I forget that every now and then. but
I know.
I've
Well,
got a
every-
good spouse that reminds me.
Everybody does. I know. All right. Well, again, thank you, and we'll be talking to you again. And don't forget, get out and vote. It's really important, folks. So that's why we like bringing the show to you, so you can learn about these people, learn about what they're all about, what they want to do, what they intend to do, what they have done. So yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Like I
And
said.
make sure to catch them. They're doing a lot of events. So if you happen to hear of an event, you're not too far away, you want to go, I'm sure this team would love to have you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dennis.
All right. We'll see you all next week, everybody. That's going to wrap it up for this edition of Pick Your Politics. And we love bringing the show to you to hopefully inform you about what's going on. And we will see you back next time with another show. So long, everybody.